I'm just gonna get really real with you guys right now. It's been a really rough week. Things haven't been great. I've been feeling like shit every day. Really trying to stick it out, but I just haven't been feeling good. And so I kind of told myself, I was like, well, what makes you feel good? Makeup. I've got one of my favorite drinks, which is Pepsi. I also love Coke too. I don't really have a favorite. I know there's like a battle. I can smack down on anything. So I also give me some caffeine because I'm feeling a little bit unmotivated, a little bleh. So I just need a little pick-me-up, you know? So I'm using that. If you're one of those people who likes short and sweet makeup tutorials, I'm sorry, this is not the video for you. This is for people who, you know, want all the info on how to do a certain look and want to follow, you know, step-by-step instruction. This isn't just a quick like little makeup tutorial watching class. This is like sitting down if you're getting ready to do something, or if like you're practicing makeup for homecoming or prom, or like just beating your face. Like this is the video for you. So today I'm going to be doing a in-depth tutorial on a fall makeup look, and I'm planning on doing a few fall makeup looks because I think fall is like the best time for eyeshadow looks. Sorry, this Pepsi's gonna make me burp this whole video. I'm gonna take some Maro Badescu facial spray. This is the aloe cucumber and green tea one. This is the best thing in the world. I love the rose one. I love this one. A lot of people love the lavender one too, but I'm not a huge fan of like the scent of lavender. So this one smells so fresh and like, you know, I'm gonna spray this on my face like a little bit of a refresher, ready, telling my face, hey, it's time to put on some makeup. I also always spray this in the morning just to kind of like wake up my face a little bit. What you're first gonna do, ladies, you need to hydrate, or not hydrate your body, but hydrate your skin. Let's say you have oily skin and you don't moisturize. Your skin's gonna be like, where's the moisture? And it's gonna be like, let's produce more oil to give our face that hydration. And so you're gonna get more oily. You would think that that moisturizing would make your face oilier, but it actually helps decrease the oil secretion in your face, because your face doesn't feel like it needs to produce as much oil if your face is already hydrated. You know what I'm saying? I'm using the Glow for a Cause Vanilla and Aloe Facial Moisturizing Cream. I got this in my Ipsy bag. It smells like an orange cream popsicle. It smells really good. And it's really thick. And if you have oily skin, I recommend a gel cleanser, because gel cleansers sink into the skin really quickly and doesn't leave your face feeling greasy or like really slick. It just gives you that hydration without the thick feeling in your face, you know? So everyone does their routine a little bit differently. With some makeup looks, like example for this makeup look, I'm going to do my eyes first, and I usually do my face first if I'm just doing like a very light eye, or if I'm just doing mascara or something like that. But when I'm using dark shades and a lot of pigments and stuff like that, I don't want to have to deal with the eyeshadow fallout after I've already done my foundation and have to like wipe it off and apply it more. And it's just a hassle. It's so much easier to just leave your face bare, so when you have that eyeshadow fallout afterwards, you can just wipe it away and not have to worry about your foundation. I'm about to get real beauty guru on you guys, because I just want to help all my fellow girls out there who feel like they don't know how to do makeup and make them feel confident about their makeup skills. Also, the sun isn't really out. It's really cloudy outside. The sun might set as I'm filming this video, but I'm going to try my best to make this as bright as possible in here so you guys get the best lighting. I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is in the color Brunette, and I think it's Brunette. Sorry, it's in the color Espresso. As you guys can see my under eye circles. I was going to say something really sad and self-deprecating, but I refrain from doing that because we are all about self-love and encouragement on this channel. So what I do is I kind of start from the front. Okay, you do not need to press really hard, alright? Especially in the front of the brow where you kind of want it to fade out a little bit so it looks really natural. I start on the bottom. I kind of like line out the bottom of my brow and kind of make that shape that I want. Also, my brows are a little bit hairy. I'm sorry if that bothers you. Outline the top. I fill it in later. I'm just feathering it in. Once I have got that outline, I just make really small light strokes. I have a pimple like on my eyebrow, like right here, so it kind of hurts. So you're not gonna go too close, you're not gonna go too far away, just follow the exact natural shape of your brows. And also like use a spoolie. You can even use your finger too, but I use a spoolie to just kind of like fade out the front. Just so it doesn't look too harsh in the front, because that can make your brows look a little bit boxy. Okay, there you go. That's the first brow done, rough draft. All right, I'm gonna do the other brow so we don't waste too much time, and I'll be right back. Okay, so there is the other brow that's done. Another little tip about eyebrows is that, let's say you have black hair, when you're picking out eyebrow products, if you're looking for like that natural-ish look, or at least like looking like, you know, somewhat your brow, I would not recommend just going for, oh, let's pick a black eyebrow pencil and a black eyebrow gel. If you have dark hair, obviously my hair is red at the moment, but I do have dark roots, and if you have dark brown hair like I do, it's best to go 2 shades lighter, or at least a shade lighter. And then if you have blonde hair, dirty blonde hair, it's best to go 2 shades darker so your eyebrows don't look, or don't make your face look washed out. So I'm using the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Brunette, and basically all brow gel does is just kind of like keep your brows in place so they're not like flying everywhere, and it also thickens up your brows. If you have naturally really thick brows, maybe you can just use a clear mascara, or you don't have to use brow mascara at all, but since I have really sparse brows, it just makes my brows look thicker and it keeps them in place. It also helps my eyebrow pencil last longer because it has like that barrier. For concealer, I'm gonna clean up the brows. I'm using NYX Gotcha Covered Waterproof Concealer. So basically just line right underneath it, and if you see a part that's like a little bit crooked or a little messed up, just clean right under it. It also helps your eyebrows just kind of like stand out. And like when you have nicely done brows and they're filled in and look all nice, it just it makes the whole look come together. And I just blend upwards with my finger. I'm just gonna use a sponge just to kind of blend out the edges, make it not look so like obvious. I clean it up with concealer. Alright, now it's time to do the actual eyes, which is the most exciting part. So we have the curtains, and now we're gonna do the actually, we have the frame of the windows, now we're gonna do the curtains. I'm using the Joa Truly Yours Dark Circle Concealer to prime my eyelids. This is in the color Classic Ivory. I love this concealer though, it just conceals everything. And I have a lot of veins in my eyelids, so you can use a concealer or an eye primer. I don't know why I chose to do concealer. I have an eye primer. But if you don't have one, you can just use your foundation or your concealer to prime your eyelids. I'm going to use the Coty Airspun powder, which you can find at Walmart for like, I know it's under 10 bucks. And you're just going to set the concealer so it's not too sticky. And you guys are probably already know this, that I'm going to use this palette. This is the Morphe 350. This is the first Morphe palette I bought because obviously one of their most popular and like their like classic palette. The first color you're gonna lay down before you do anything, or at least what I do, I do a transition color. It's the color that kind of like is the background of your eyeshadows, if that makes any sense. So it's gonna help, first of all, make your eyeshadows blend a lot easier. It's also gonna be kind of like what is like the outer color right here. You just have to see what I mean. So I'm gonna first take this light orange right here. So what you're gonna do is just tap your brush in there and blend back and forth, windshield wiper motions. I also do little circles in my crease. Back and forth, little circles again. Just making sure that's like nice and blended in there. You don't have to make it super pigmented, but just pigmented enough to know that it's there. Make sure that it's nice and blended on the edges, because that's what's gonna help your eyeshadow look smooth and blended out. So that was a little fluffy brush. This is the Morphe, okay, there's no name on this one, but it's just a nice fluffy brush. I'm using this like flat tapered brush. I don't really know how to explain that. Okay, I'm gonna mix these two colors right here. Yeah. kind of the same color, but this one's a little bit more red. You're gonna kind of just like blend it, like go back and forth on your outer corners and blend it a little bit into the crease. These shadows are really easy to blend and they're really pigmented, so it shouldn't be too hard to do. And keep in mind the quality of the eyeshadows really depict how your look is going to turn out, okay? And I'm also just gonna kind of wing this out just a little bit on the outer corners. And you're gonna take that same brush, dip it into light orange again, and blend out that dark color. That's just gonna help it not look too harsh. And again, just blend out the darker color. If you want your look to look good, you have to be patient and just pack and blend, pack and blend, pack and blend. We're going to take a pencil brush, which is a very small round brush. So we're going to use this one. I'm going to mix it a little bit with this dark brown. Kind of go back and forth. And guys, it's okay to mix colors. You don't need to like stick to one color. You can just use both. Apply this on your lower lash line. You're going to go back and forth, back and forth. And then you're going to work your way up. I feel like that didn't do anything. I'm like, blend back and forth, but I don't even know what I'm doing. This like helps gradually blend the darker color into your crease. If it's good eyeshadows, you don't need to work super hard. That's the tea, ladies, okay? But you know what? I'm feeling even darker than this. So we're gonna go a little darker. You can stop here if you want, but if you're like me and you like to bring out your little inner goth in the fall. Oh, so gross. Why be afraid of dark eyeshadows? We are not afraid of dark eyeshadows here. They make our eyes pop, okay? So I'm gonna take an even tinier brush. It looks like this. Any little tiny brush will work. Okay, I'm going to use this black. Now, you saw in my video with Jillian, black is a scary color and it can be very intimidating. But I like black eyeshadows that aren't super pigmented right initially. So this one's that way. This is called Heartbreak, and this is in the Bad Habit Aphrodite palette. You can find this on hush.com. It's only like 12 bucks, I think. So I'm just taking that, and it's gonna look like a lot, but just tap off the excess. With black, you need to work your way to the pigment. So you're gonna take that black, and you're gonna again start the lower lash line and just kind of like smudge it in there. Go up in there and just smudge it. I'm gonna take that second brush that we used and blend it out just a little bit. Remember guys, don't be afraid of the black, alright? Just go in there. Go strong. Don't be intimidated. We are independent ass women who are not afraid of black eyeshadow, alright? The lid is all up to you. Today I'm going to be doing a matte lid look. So we're going to go in with a matte eyeshadow. And the Morphe palette has a matte white in it right here, but I completely hit pan because I love matte cream white eyeshadows. So instead I'm just going to use another matte cream eyeshadow, cream colored eyeshadow in a different palette. This is in the color Koi, which is also in the Aphrodite palette. And guys, I'm just going to go with my fingers. Same thing for shimmer shadows, go in with your fingers. I feel like it makes it so much easier to pack on shadows, and it's so much easier to work with. Honestly, this color is not doing it for me. So we're gonna use a matte bright white eyeshadow that I have actually. I forgot I had this. This is the NYX single eyeshadow in the color Whipped Cream. It's literally just a matte white. This is gonna be more of a bright lid color. Oof, you see that? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This eye is looking way better, but it's fine to be like that sometimes. We're going to switch to another brush. This is kind of like the pencil brush we used, except it's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit fluffier. And we're gonna take just we're gonna take like this color right here, the one we used before, mix it in with a little bit of like this color. Just like a medium brown. Just like a medium, light medium brown. And we're gonna use this to blend the white and the crease colors together. Because we don't want just like white, brown. You know, we want it to like kind of blend together. So you're gonna go in the middle of those two shades and just blend back and forth. Just go back and forth with the brown, the white, and just keep blending it together. I'm gonna take a makeup wipe. Sorry, I just bought these, so we need to open it up. If you have this fallout issue, take your makeup wipe, go under.
Oh my god!
And, like, cut the edge of the eyeshadow to make a nice clean line underneath. So I recommend leaving the bottom portion of your eyes for last. We're gonna do our foundation, our concealer first. It just makes it easier to do. So first we're gonna do some primer, and guys, primer does help, okay? I got this in my Ipsy bag. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, and it's a primer and moisturizer in one. Before I got this, I used the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer, $6. It works fine. So I'm gonna use this to put into my skin. Again, primer just adds like an extra barrier between your face and your foundation, and it just makes it last so much longer if you use a good primer. And this is another extra unnecessary step. I'm going to use the No Problem Primer by Touch in Soul, and it's like a Korean beauty brand. It's sold at Sephora. It's just like a pore filling primer. If you have some big pores, this will fill them right in. If you have any kind of pore filling primer, you don't need a lot because usually they're like pretty thick, and then you're just gonna press it into your pores. Okay, now it's time to even out the skin tone. So I only use cruelty-free brands, and I use the I'm pretty sure this is cruelty-free. If it's not, I'm gonna look like a total hypocrite, but I'm pretty sure it is. This is the Ordinary Colors High Coverage Foundation. I'm in the color 2.0 YG, only $6 on beautylish.com. If you have oily skin, I recommend using a matte primer or a matte foundation, but that's all up to you, sweetie. Also guys, if you want to avoid that white cast in pictures, if you know you're going to be taking flash photography, use a foundation with no SPF, because SPF is what makes you look like a ghost. This one, and if it does have SPF, at least under SPF 15, because then it'll, you know, you'll have a little bit of some sun protection. But honestly, just get a foundation that doesn't have flashback like that. So take your sponge and tap. Do not drag, tap. This is what's gonna make your foundation have the best coverage. It's gonna like push the foundation into your skin. And if you drag, you're just moving around the product. You want it to look as seamless as possible while also giving you the best coverage. If you are having a hard time picking the right foundation color, it's best to go a little bit lighter than your foundation, or than your face, than darker. Because at least with lighter foundations, you can always bronze it up, you can use a darker powder on top. With dark foundations, it's kind of hard to go lighter. You don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa. So now we're going to use that same concealer we used to prime, and we're going to apply this under our eyes. Now you don't have to, but it's nice to use a light concealer, just a little bit lighter than your actual skin tone, under your eyes. It helps brighten it up. This one's a little bit lighter. I'm in the color Classic Ivory. So if you think that you're around my skin tone, Classic Ivory is just the amount of lightness and brightness. And again, pat into your skin. We especially don't want to drag our sponge on our face, under our eyes, because the skin under our eyes is very thin and sensitive. Also, if this spot looks a little bit red, my nose piercing is just a little bit infected, so I'm trying to keep the makeup off of it. So I'm sorry if it looks like a nasty pimple on my nose, but it's just my nose piercing and it's a little bit infected. This is optional, but I'm going to use some cream contouring. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in the color Espresso. So with cream contouring, I still haven't mastered this. I can powder contour, but cream contouring is a whole nother business. So you're just gonna go right on your cheekbones, not too high up, not too low. If you need to do the fish face, just do it. And you're just gonna blend it upwards like that. I'm gonna do my nose. Also, nose contouring is hard. Like, I might look like I know what I'm doing all the time, but I don't. I also go under the lip to help plump up my lips a little bit more. We're gonna go right on the temples, a little on the hairline to make our forehead look a little smaller, and then right on the jawline to sharpen it up. Go right into the chin to get rid of that double chin. I'm gonna use this sponge right here. It doesn't really matter, you can use the same sponge, you can even use a brush, but I think it's easier with a sponge. And you're just gonna again tap to blend it. And if you want to try cream contouring, you can honestly just buy like a cream contour kit. But I think just getting like a darker concealer, maybe like 2 or 3 shades darker than your skin tone, is cheaper and it works the same. Also, LA Girl, their concealers are really nice. Look at that difference, sweetie. Okay, this makeup look is very time consuming. I know that, but I really work hard to make my makeup look good. And it's all worth it. And I'm not going anywhere right now, so it's kind of pointless to spend so much time. But it also just makes me happy doing my makeup. So it's actually really worth it for me. So what you're going to do is take your sponge. Before powdering, you can see those little creases under my eyes. You don't want to set the creases into your eyes. So you're going to first blend out the concealer, blend out those creases. Do one eye at a time. Keep your eye like this. I know it's going to feel really dumb and you're going to look like an idiot, but it's going to help it not crease up again. Then quickly take a sponge and your powder. Again, this is a Coty Air Spun. And powder under the eyes really quickly. Now we're gonna powder the rest of our face. You can use the same powder, it doesn't really matter. If you don't even have a loose powder, you can just ignore everything I just did and just like take your brush and just apply it under your eyes. But because I'm extra and I have all these products, I just automatically use it. This is the e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder in the color Light Medium. This is an amazing powder. It's only like $2 at Target, and guys, I'm not lying when I say it's so freaking good. It makes your skin look so smooth. And I don't know how it is on oily skin. I don't have oily skin, but it makes my makeup last all day. So that's enough for me. Now your face is all powdered, looking great. Now it's time to finish up the eyes. I recommend doing your lower lash line because, like, yes, it looks good right now, but you're gonna see how doing your lower lash line really kind of brings the whole look together. With the lower lash line colors, you do not need any more colors, just use the same colors you used before. The Morphe palette again, and I'm gonna use those 2 shades, oh no, right here, these 2 shades that we use in our crease. And we're using a really tiny brush. You can use like a flat brush, any like tinier, more precise brush. And you're just gonna go right on your lower lash line. You're gonna take that same light orange shade you use as a transition color and you're gonna blend that out and smoke it out on the edges. Okay ladies, so I'm gonna do lashes, but I do not have the battery power to just show you how to do it. I'm going to do a separate video on how to put on false lashes. I think I need to go more in depth on that. Okay, so I just did my lashes and my lower lashes too. The lashes I'm using are The AOA Studio lashes in the style Scarlet. It comes in a 6-pack. Now for contour, I'm going to be using the Zuri Flawless Shaping and Strobing Face Contouring and Highlighting Kit. This is only $1 on Shop Miss A, I think. And I love it. It works really well. This highlighter is shit. It's gimmicky. It does not work. It's literally just a matte cream powder with glitter. Doesn't even do anything. So I don't recommend that at all. But these two bronzer and contouring shades, they slap. I'm going to use the really cool toned color. Guys, remember with contouring, it's best to use a cool toned color because it just looks more like a shadow on your face rather than just like an orange streak on your cheekbone. So we're just going to blend this where we put our cream contour. Start with a little bit, build it up as much as you want. Apply it in your forehead, your hairline, jaw. We're going to use a smaller brush like this and we're going to contour nose. I'm using the side of the brush at the very edge to cut, not to cut, but to create like a nice defined line. And now for bronzing, just to warm up the face a little bit, I'm going to use just a like angled brush like this. I probably use this for blush, but I'm going to use it as a bronzer brush. I'm going to take that like warmer color and then just kind of brush this all along the edges of my face. I'm going to use a color in my Aphrodite palette. Ooh, I kind of feel like dipping into that gold. Nah, we're going to go in with this color. This is in the color T. I'm going to take a little tiny brush and we're going to put this in our inner corner. This just kind of like brightens up your eyes and just kind of pulls the whole look together, to be honest. And with a matte eyeshadow look like this, your eyes can easily look a little bit, you know, bleh. But the shimmery color just kind of like adds a little bit of something extra. And I also like to apply shimmery colors under my brow bone. I know it's not for everybody, but I think it just adds a nice shimmery pop. I'm going to apply some blush. I'm going to use the Bare Minerals blush in the One. I kind of use the same blush. I don't really care about blushes that much. But I'm going to just apply this in the apples of my cheeks. This just kind of adds some color to your face. And it makes it look a little bit healthier. Last, but certainly not least, well, for the face at least, we're going to do our highlight. This is the Rosé Highlight Collection by Bad Habit. This was only like $15, I think. And it looks like the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters, and it's not, but it looks like it. And I'm going to use this gold color right here. If you don't like gold highlighters, that's fine, but since I have a warmer skin tone, it just looks the best on me. So we're gonna just highlight. And if you have a hard time looking for your cheekbone at the top of your cheekbone, kind of press around your eye and you can feel that bone right before it sinks into your under eyes. That's where you apply your highlighter. And I'm just using like a highlighter brush. You can use a fan brush too. That lighting actually looks better without that lamp on. Right? I don't know. And then I take my finger, I apply it to the tip of my nose, on the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow. Since my next fall makeup look is gonna be a really dark eye and a nude lip, I'm gonna go kind of dark today for my lips. You can go nude, or you can go in with a dark lip color like I am right now, because I never do dark lip colors. We're actually going to go in with this ColourPop lipstick in the color Hutch. Sister. I just automatically feel like a kind of bitch, you know what I mean? But you know what, I'm going to go for a glossy lip. We're going to use a ColourPop glossy lip in the color Suki. Basically the same color but just glossy. That's literally that's the tea. Oh, so juicy. Wow. We're really going big today. Okay, ladies and gents, now it's time to set this face. Instead, I'm going to use the Marbodescu facial spray. And this will do. Honestly, guys, setting sprays help so much. My favorite is the Urban Decay setting spray, or the all-nighter setting spray, and the chill setting spray. I go ham. This is the finished look. Honestly, I really like it. I think it came out really pretty. And I think it's perfect for like homecoming or prom, or honestly, I'd wear this look to work. It's all up to you. I don't really care what you do with it as long as you wear this makeup look with confidence. Just love yourself, love what you do, love the makeup you wear. Don't feel ashamed if it's too dark or like too colorful, or like this lip is too bold. Just wear whatever you want as long as it makes you happy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the videos that I make, please hit the subscribe button down below. And if you want to go notifications every single time I upload a new video, press or click the little notification bell down below. And please leave any comments, questions, or concerns that you have. I will be sure to reply to them. If you have any requests for any specific makeup look you'd like me to recreate or teach you, or any kind of makeup skills that you want to learn, let me know and I'll be sure to get back to you on that, and I will make a video for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!